Hello, welcome to my channel, Mo Moon Tarot here on YouTube. My name is Mo Moon. Welcome to those of you who are new to my channel and who have never seen a video of mine before. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as soon as you can and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. I am also welcoming people who usually listen to my videos. Thank you so much for your support. I have 66 subscribers and I'm grateful for all 66. I feel like that's a lot of subscribers and it's a lot of people that are watching my videos and supporting me. So thank you for your support. I really do appreciate all of you who are watching my videos and liking them and commenting and just really encouraging me to continue to make videos. Today I'm doing the fortune reading for December 28th to January 3rd, 2020. I got a new deck of cards for Christmas from my sister. I got the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake, art by Elizabeth Alba. So we're going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot today. I read by intuition. Oh, a card came out. I read by intuition. The King of Cups came out. And the King of Cups has a big heart. The King of Cups is somebody who is open to understanding your feelings, open to giving you good advice, sound advice. So I do feel like this King of Cups card is kind of an overall energy for this reading today for Monday, December 28th to Sunday, January 3rd. The King of Cups is saying that we're going to get some sound advice from the universe and we're going to get some good overall insight into how we should approach this week's energy coming. The Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands also came out as I was shuffling them. So the Ace of Wands is really about tapping into that creative energy, tapping into that creative drive, and using the energy of creativity to get things done. The Ace of Wands. So perhaps there's a little bit of that energy coming in this week where starting Friday, January 1st, we're going to be entering into a new year. So perhaps you're making plans for what you want to accomplish in 2021. The Ace of Wands is really supporting that. And the Two of Wands is also about planning and overseeing what you are given and working with what you are given. So they're both Wands cards. So they both have something to do with the new year and using your creative energy to accomplish your goals and to take one step at a time to start out and make things happen for yourself in the new year. So that's Friday, January 1st, we'll be entering into the new year. Oh my gosh, another two cards just popped out. The Seven of Pentacles, cultivating your life, cultivating what you want to see be born from your life. And the Four of Swords, using meditation and focus to achieve those different things that you want to cultivate in your life. So using your focus and your meditation to cultivate what it is you want to see happen in your life. So now if any cards pop out again as I'm shuffling, I'm going to use one for Monday, one for Tuesday, one for Wednesday, one for Thursday, one for Friday, one for Saturday, and one for Sunday. And then an overall message card for what we can see for this coming week. So one card just popped out for Monday. Wow, these cards are just popping today. That's crazy. Let me know how you like this setup here. I'm actually in front of the window instead of facing the wall like I usually am and using my ring light. My boyfriend said that this is a lighting that makes me look more vibrant, so that's cool. Okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now we need Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I have them all out face face in front of me, face up in front of me, so I can see them right now as I don't usually do that way. Usually I turn over one at a time. But new year, new me, right? New year, new you as well. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Interesting. Saturday. Oh, we got the Ace of Wands on Saturday. We had the Ace of Wands come out before. It was about tapping into that fresh new energy and tapping into that fresh new vibe of the new year. One more cards, please, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for being here. Thank you for guiding this reading. Thank you for everything that we're going to learn about the energies. Thank you for everything that we will learn about ourselves through this coming week. Okay, next. So Sunday, there we go. Oh, we got the Knight of Swords on Sunday. That's cool because we had the Knight of Swords pop out before I drew these cards. So Monday, December 28th, we have the Seven of Swords. And I've been learning a little bit about the Seven of Swords, a little more than what I know. And it's about being satisfied with what you have been given and being satisfied with who you are, being self-aware and being aware that you are enough and that you don't need anything else. You don't need to sneak around and pretend that you're anything less than you are. But you just need to be aware that everything that you need is within you, and everything that you need to be enough and to be successful within yourself, you already have everything there with you. So it's not about wanting to take anything else. If you find that on your journey, you have time to cultivate a little bit more of yourself and cultivate who you want to become, you can always go back and take those one or two swords that are left over. But it's also a card of the mind. So it's like a card of the mind. The Seven of Swords is saying, be strong in your mind and be strong in believing in yourself. It's really hard to do that sometimes. I do agree. But Monday, December 28th, we have that energy of like believing in ourselves, believing in who we are, believing that we are enough. So that's Monday, December 28th. The Seven of Swords. It's really about a card of believing about who you are and realizing that you can leave something, you can leave what is not serving you behind. You can leave what you don't really need behind. Nothing that you could have in your hands is going to make you any more of a worthy person. You are worthy in yourself, and you have everything that you need within yourself. And so if the universe brings you anything else, it's not because you weren't enough to begin with. It's because the universe wants to gift you with more challenges to grow as an individual. So I do see that Monday, there could be a couple challenges that will allow us to grow as an individual, each of us, and really like it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be easy to grow, because growing is always coming with pains, right? Growth comes with pains sometimes. Like when you think about a bodybuilder and how they want to grow their muscles and how they have to constantly overexert their muscles by lifting heavier and heavier weight in order to sleep and eat properly and take the right supplementation so that their muscles can recover and be stronger. But the in between working on them and them recovering and being stronger, there's pain in the muscles, and that's because the muscles have been torn and they need to be rebuilt. So that's what the analogy between growing as an individual in your mind and growing as a bodybuilder, there's a similarity in that if there's a challenge that you're facing on December 28th, Monday, it might not be easy, but it's going to be worth it because it'll help you to grow as an individual and bring you new insights on life. So that's Monday with the Seven of Swords. Tuesday, December 29th, we have the King of Swords. So this is Tuesday, December 29, the King of Swords. The King of Swords is an individual who has a very stern way of being, very controlled, very logical, very to the point, mentally aggressive, mentally being able to achieve what needs to be achieved to become the king. This person had to do that. And the swords are a representation of the mind and of thinking, of learning, of writing, and it's the element of swords. It's the suit of swords, sorry, which is the element of air, and the swords, a sword, in order for it to cut accurately and quickly, it needs to be sharp. And the King of Swords is one that has always had a sharp sword, is always aware that that sword has to be sharp, just like your mind needs to be sharp. And even though it's strange, isn't it, that like the King of Swords represents the element of air. Air can sometimes be very like an airhead. When you think of somebody who is an airhead, and like I used to think of myself as an airhead. I used to think of myself as being very like aloof, very like out in the in the ethereal, not really focused on what's physically here. But the King of Swords, with the element of air, he has learned to focus his mind, or this individual has learned to focus their mind in order to be successful. So you see on December 29, there is a strong emphasis on focusing our minds, on being to the point, almost being a little bit cold in our attitude, but not to anybody's detriment, but just to make us aware that on Tuesday, December 29, as we approach the new year, we are a little bit more stern, we're a little bit more composed, a little bit more controlled, a little bit more determined. And so I do see that with the King of Swords on December 29, there is all that type of energy coming in of being like the king, which is more controlled, more determined, more aware, more focused. And it's the swords. So all those things, being aware, being focused, being discerning, being decisive, all that goes with swords. So there is that type of energy coming in on December 29. And I don't know specifically what we will each be facing on December 29th, which is Tuesday, but it's a good thing that we all have that energy around us to focus, because whatever it is that could cause us to get off balance, the energy is there to just get us right back on balance really quickly. So the next card is for Wednesday, December 30th, which is a full moon in Cancer that night, and it's called the cold moon. Cancer is the fourth sign of the zodiac, and it represents the home. And the full moon in Cancer represents feeling at home within ourselves. It's interesting because on Wednesday, December 30th, which is when we have the full moon in Cancer, we have the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is really like, it looks like there's an end to something mentally. There's cycles that are being ended, and it's only Wednesday, December 30th, so we still have a couple of days before the new year. We have the 30th and the 31st, but the Ten of Swords is like looking at the end of something that has been too much to carry, has been too much to feel in your body. There's something that we are feeling collectively as a whole in our minds that we want to let go of. So perhaps it's the idea that this new age of air has come in with Jupiter and Saturn going into air signs, and there's a sense of completion with an old way of life. And of course that transition is not easy. So the Ten of Swords can also mean pain, because as with the growing pains with the Seven of Swords on Monday, December 28th, we are still growing and we're still experiencing that pain, but we're realizing that things that aren't aren't benefiting us are things that we need to let go of, and that's part of our growth spurt that we're doing. And so Wednesday, December 30th, with the full moon in Cancer, says that something is making us feel at home within ourselves, and it's the idea that a lot of different methods of coping and handling life are being left behind, and we are reaching for a bigger and brighter future. So I do feel like Wednesday, December 30th, with the full moon, there is a lot of powerful ability to focus on what it is we want in life and make it happen. There's a little bit of an overwhelm Wednesday, December 30th, because the 10 of Swords, like there's 10 swords in this person's back, so there's a little bit of overwhelm on Wednesday. As far as like the full moon, maybe, you know, the full moon has a big effect on people, and has a big effect on people because the moon pulls the tides, right? The moon pulls the tides, brings them up, and as it as the moon changes, the tides recede, and we are made up of like over 80% water. So the moon affects us as individuals. I know that when I was working in the hospital in the past, a lot of nights when things would be going crazy, like people would be acting up, and in the Alzheimer's floor, a lot of people would be acting up, they'd be falling down, there'd be all these different things happening, and the nurses would, or somebody would say, oh, is it a full moon out tonight? Because things would be going crazy. They would be like lunatic, like things would be going like loony. So the loon is French for moon, right? So that's where we get the idea of lunatic or loony, or yeah. So I do see with the 10 of Swords that there is a little bit of an overwhelm, but it's also a finishing of a cycle. I think that we're looking forward to the new year as well. That's coming in a couple of days, but I do feel like there's something that we're reaching for with the 10 of Swords on Wednesday, December 30th. And perhaps it's that we want to take a hold of the magic that is surrounding us. We want to become more magical. We want to, because like this person is reaching for her broom, which, you know, if she's a witch, her broom is what helps her to fly. And so I do feel like there is a sense of wanting to reach out and touch the divine. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe we're closing cycles of feeling mundane and feeling just like we are nothing special, and really reaching out to try to catch the divine, especially with the full moon. So Thursday, December 31st, New Year's Eve, we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, Thursday, December 31st, New Year's Eve. So with the Page of Pentacles, there's really a search for direction, but also a knowledge of what direction that we want to go in. So this is New Year's Eve, right? It's the day before January 1st, and we have the Page of Pentacles. And it's really about searching for your direction, but also knowing which direction you want to go in. So there's a good chance that you've been working on some New Year's resolutions, and you've been making a vision board, or you wanted to make a vision board and you still have that on your mind. Or you want to start by writing out what you want to accomplish in 2021. And my suggestion for that is be as general as you can to start. And if you want to get more specific, then you can go ahead and do that. But like, if you want to read more books, but you don't know exactly how many books you want to read in the new year, just start off with, I want to read more. I want to read more, finish more books, finish reading more books. And then you can start to decide, okay, well, I want to read one book every 3 months, or I want to read one book every month, or I want to read every day for a couple minutes or a few minutes. So with the Page of Pentacles on December 31st, we're thinking about how happy we are that the new year is coming in, and we're really wanting to go in that direction of finding ourselves and finding our purpose for this new year. it's a journey that's being taken, right? Life is a journey. And with the Page of Pentacles, there is that youthful energy of starting fresh. So yeah, the 31st of December, like New Year's Eve, there's also that energy of starting fresh coming in. And also we're starting to feel that on December 31st. We're starting to feel the celebrations of the new year. So Friday, January 1st in the new year, we have the Nine of Swords, which is really kind of like sad to see in a way, because the Nine of Swords is really about like not being able to sleep, having a sleepless night. But this one is actually, to like, I see all the cards as being positive, even though there's some negative cards, like, so to speak. I feel like every card has a silver lining, just like every dark cloud with the sun behind it. And this card has a sunrise coming up, and this individual in the card, this Nine of Swords card, she's been journaling all night. She's been reading, she's been searching for answers, and this individual has been searching for answers and looking, you know, far and wide within everything that she knows and everything that she's become, or everything that you've become if you're a man, everything that you've known or everything that you've become. So January 1st, it's like there's a new horizon coming, like a new sun over the horizon. You see that the card has a sun over the horizon with a bird perched on the windowsill. And it's really a beautiful card, even though there's a lot of like mental strain that has happened. And I do feel like this is speaking about 2020. And because this symbolizes January 1st, it's really like January 1st, we're talking about 2020. We're like, wow, finally 2021. 2020 has been crazy for everybody. I've never experienced such a global difficult year. Like, I mean, sure, before 2020, if you're young enough that this is your first pandemic, you know, I had been through difficult situations, you know, in my life, but I had never been through difficult situations in my life when everyone else was going through difficult situations in their life all around the world. So with the Nine of Swords, I think it's appropriate for January 1st because, you know, we haven't forgotten about what 2020 was like, and we're just trying to figure out ways to get through this 2021 and make it a better year than 2020. So the next card we have is for Saturday, January 2nd, and it's the Ace of Wands. And we had the Ace of Wands pop out before I drew the cards for the week. And it's really about, this is Saturday, January 2nd. It's really about creating with the inspiration that you are given. When I say creating, I don't necessarily mean that you have to be doing artwork or you know, writing music, although those things are very creative. But I just mean like finding ways in your life to express yourself. So Saturday, January 2nd, it's the second day of the new year, 2021. And we all have different ways we like to express ourselves, whether it be through writing, through doing art, like I said, through writing music, through helping people. And you know, teachers use different methods of teaching in order to teach different people who learn in different ways, whether it be visual, stimulus, you know, there's different ways of learning. I don't know what they all are, but one of them is visual. Maybe you're a visual learner. Maybe you're a hands-on learner. Maybe you're a hearer, you know, maybe you're a reader and you learn by reading. But just all that to say that there's different ways that we can express ourselves creatively, and teachers definitely have to express themselves, do their teaching through creative means. And so it could be that you're a teacher, it could be that you're somebody that helps in a hospital and you have to find ways to be patient with people. So you know, you're thinking different things in your mind so that you can approach somebody with a kind heart, even though they're being really annoying to everybody, but the Ace of Wands is saying Saturday, January 2nd, that we're really feeling like we have a fresh start. And with the Ace of Wands, it's really about creativity, energy, drive, passion, willpower, spirituality. So with this new year and this being the card for January 2nd, there's really that incentive to want to be the best version of ourselves and find ways to just shine and be a light to the people around us. Just like this fire is a light here. So the next card we have is for Saturday, January 3rd. And it's the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords did pop out for me, but not for you. But it popped out for me before I started recording this video. And it was really about not being afraid to delve into situations headlong, not being afraid to learn quickly and to embrace magic and to fight for what you believe in. So Sunday, January 3rd, we have the Knight of Swords, and it's really just about not being afraid. It's about realizing that you have everything that you need to do what you need to do, and that you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in your skills. You need to believe in your ability to do things despite the fact that you might be fearful. Sometimes we want to do something, but we're afraid, and it's not that we shouldn't do it because we're afraid. It's just that we need to face our fear and do it anyway. Just like today, when I was going to record this video, I wasn't feeling like I had the intuition to be able to read the cards properly, but I look at me, I'm recording it anyways, because, you know, I thought maybe I drank too much cream and maybe that's why my third eye is a little bit calcified, or maybe I just I haven't been eating meat, so it's not the meat. You know, I was thinking of like why I was feeling disconnected from my intuition, but I decided to do this reading anyways because I wanted to read the cards and I wanted to prove to myself that I was capable. And so with the Knight of Swords, it's really about proving to yourself that you're capable on Sunday, January 3rd, proving to yourself that even though you feel the fear, you still do the thing that you need to do to prove to yourself that you're able, and to prove to yourself that you've always been able and you've always been capable, and you still are despite the fear that you might have. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. I'm just going to find one more card to describe like an overall message. I really love this deck. I feel like this is the deck that I've been searching for all my life. This is the first deck that I've ever been gifted, and I have quite a few decks. This is the first deck that I was gifted. Like I said, I got it for Christmas, and I really love this deck. Like I want to read through the whole book and find out what all the cards mean as far as like what the book says. But I'm really happy to have this deck, and it's interesting that this is the first deck in my whole life that I've ever been gifted, and I feel like this is the deck that I've always wanted and always was always meant to have. It's called the Everyday Witch Tarot. It's super cool, and I'm happy that my sister gave it to me. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to comment down below as to if it resonated with you, if it does resonate with you in the future, like not in the future, but yeah, in the future, if this reading resonated with you, feel free to come back to this video and let me know that it made sense to you. Just waiting for a card to pop out. It's funny how like when you don't focus on them popping out, they pop out. We have the Chariot. Oh, which is super cool because the Chariot is the representation of Cancer. It's not the zodiac sign of Cancer. And so it's the full moon is in Cancer on December 30th this week, 2020. So we have the Chariot, and the Chariot, like I said, is the card for the Cancer zodiac sign. And the full moon is in Cancer, like I said, December 30th. So I feel like this card, the Chariot, is saying like, you know, it says this way, that way on the signs. And she's like choosing a direction that she wants to go in. So it's like we as individuals, whether you're a male, female, whatever you identify as, we are collectively looking for a new direction to go in, and we're deciding what we want to like be able to experience in the future and which direction we need to go in to experience those things. And it's interesting because, like I said, the full moon is in Cancer on December 30th. So this is kind of letting us know that the full moon has a lot of energy that is available to us, and it does affect us. The moon affects us obviously, but the full moon in Cancer especially represents the home. And this full moon is representing feeling at home within ourselves. It's an energy that doesn't have any lunar or solar eclipse attached to it, as far as I can remember. And so it's really about just letting the energy of the moon wash over us and refresh us and renew us, and just allow the magic to allow us to look into the year of 2021 with like high hopes and high expectations, and like a high sense of wanting to change our world for the better. So we got the Chariot, card number 7 of the Major Arcana. So thank you for sticking around for this video. And again, my name is Mo Moon, and you're on my channel, Mo Moon Tarot. I think I've already said this a few times, but please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Every person that subscribes, I'm super happy for. And comment down below, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye.